Welcome back to my channel. So today I figured I would do a get ready with me with a full face of nothing but cream products. I have recently, in the last couple months during quarantine, really got into cream products, cream blush, cream highlight, cream bronzer. Those are the main ones. I mean, obviously liquid foundation and concealer and all of that are normal that I've used for a really long time now, but mainly I've really gotten into cream bronzers, blush, and highlights, and I figured I would do a full face today with nothing but cream products. This is the look that I made, so if you're interested in seeing how I made this look and what cream products I used to make it with, then let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to start off with our eyes today like we normally do, but I am not going to prime them because I'm using the Huda Beauty Matte and Metal Melted Shadows, and these just like don't do well, I feel like, when you prime them. I've tried them two ways, priming and setting like I normally do with my eyes, and then just priming, and both ways they just kind of got a little patchy on me. These are definitely not my favorite eye products. They are so hyped up on Instagram, and I know so many people who love them and just think that they are like such quick, easy, awesome eyeshadows to use, but I have struggled with them in the past, but we're gonna give it a go today and try it out again. I haven't tried it in a while. I have the shade Cashmere Robe and Penthouse Sweet. So these are like our beautiful brown shades that I just love, but for some reason I can't get this to work out for me. Grab a brush that we're going to use. So last time I used this, I used way too much of it, so I'm just gonna take the matte side and put a little baby dollop on there. And we're gonna blend it out with a brush. These don't dry like super quickly, which is nice. Oh gosh, I even think that was too much. So you have time to blend, which is really nice. Oh, I think I got too much, that's not good. I'm just gonna blend. We will fix this when we do our concealer and stuff. So I love the color of this, but for some reason, like I said, in the past, they've gotten kind of patchy on me. And the first time I definitely used way too much, but after that I went a little more light-handed, and I don't know, they're definitely not the easiest products, which I knew that buying it. I've heard people say that they are a learning curve. You just have to figure out, you know, how you like to use them best, and I just haven't figured that out quite yet. And then we're just gonna take the metal side, and I'm just going to do like a liner with the metal. We're gonna keep the eyes really simple today. I'm gonna make the line a little bit thicker because once we have our mascara on, I want to still be able to see the sparkle. And that's where we're gonna keep the eyes for right now. I'm gonna let this dry for a sec, and then we're going to move on to the face. For primer, we're gonna use the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base. I've used this a couple times and I like it. I haven't fully formed my thoughts on it yet, but it's just like this cream, lotion-y kind of consistency. And it smells like citrusy, which I'm usually not a big fan of that, but it's so light in this, I don't really mind the scent. And then for foundation, we're gonna use the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place Makeup. I have the shade 1N0 Porcelain. I have not invested in the pump for this, so I just have to pour it out on the back of my hand, and I don't like that. But I do, however, like this foundation. I should just invest in the pump, but it's like, why can't it just come with it on there? I don't understand. Why gotta buy it separately? It's like MAC. I used to have to buy a pump for MAC too for the Studio Fix. I did do that back in the day because I freaking wore that foundation like every day for years. I haven't been using those Isle of Paradise tanning drops recently after my showers, so I have a lot more foundation options now that I'm like kind of back to my normal skin tone a little bit. I'm not as tan. When I was using those, I had to be really careful about what foundation I used, and I only had like a couple to choose from because most of mine are in my normal shade, not my fake summer shade, which is like good and bad. Like good because I have more options, but bad because I like want to be tan, you know? But it's just me being lazy after my showers and not using those tanning drops, which is so sad because it's literally so easy to use them, but I've been a lazy bum here recently. And then for concealer, we're going to use the Dose of Colors Meet Your Hue concealer. I have the shade 03 Fair. I really like this concealer a lot. It's one of my favorites. I was like running around right before this, getting ready, like doing my skincare, shading my hair, all of that. Does anyone else get so incredibly hot when you're just getting ready? Oh, I like burn up. And so my cheeks are like really red from that because I'm still hot a little bit. But we're just gonna try to cover that up with some concealer. I feel like this concealer is kind of polarizing. You really either love it or you don't like it at all. And I am one of the ones that really enjoys it. It does oxidize a tiny bit when you apply it and let it sit there, but then I feel like when I start blending it out, it goes right back to the color it is in the tube. So that really doesn't bother me too much. And it's like super full coverage and I think wears well. Do you see how my eyes are just looking like a little bit patchy up in here? I don't know if it's because I don't put anything on my eyelids before I apply that cream eyeshadow or anything like that. Maybe that's why, because it doesn't have like a base or anything, but I don't know. This just definitely is not my favorite eye product ever. I honestly probably should have returned it, but it was past the time and I couldn't, so we're gonna use it anyways because we spent money on it. All right, next up for cream bronzer, we're gonna use the Milk Makeup matte bronzer stick, and this is in the shade Baked. I really love this cream bronzer a lot. How I like to use it is I like to just put some on the back of my hand and warm it up a little bit, and then I will take my brush and stipple into that. Some people just draw it straight on their cheeks. You can do whatever your heart desires, but I personally don't like to do that. I think this gives me more control on where I place it and how blended it looks. And this shade is just so beautiful. It works really nicely with my skin tone. I don't know if I've ever heard like a bad review about this product. I have heard like the component is annoying because it breaks sometimes and then you can't screw it up or anything. Mine thankfully has not broken. Hopefully it doesn't. But that's really the only negative review I've ever heard of it. The actual product, usually I've heard people really love it, and I am definitely part of that group. I think it is beautiful, and it just like it's so effortless. It just blends out so easily. You just stipple it on a couple times and bam, it's done. Very beginner friendly and foolproof. It does smell kind of funny, like Play-Doh, so I don't love that, but I can get past that because it's such a good product. So this is it blended out onto the skin. I just think it is a very good cream bronzer. My favorite thing about having to film on the weekends is that all my neighbors are out just doing yard work all day, every day. So I think my neighbor across the street just started mowing, sawing, I don't know. But if you can hear that in the background, I'm really sorry. It's loud to me, so I'm hoping you guys can't hear it, but anyways, for cream blush, we're gonna stick with Milk Makeup and we are going to use the Lip and Cheek little cream guy. I don't really know exactly what it's called, and this is the shade Work. I haven't reached for this in a long time. You can tell I don't reach for this as much as the bronzer, but it is a really pretty shade. It's a little more on the sheer side, but we're just gonna do the same thing, rub it on the back of our hand, take our brush and stipple it on. It's a really pretty shade though. This doesn't smell like Play-Doh. This smells almost fruity, which I think is funny. But like, look how pretty that is. And again, it just blends out so easily. I just tapped it on a couple times and it's like blended out. I've heard a little bit more mixed reviews about these, the cream blushes from Milk. I have heard a couple bad reviews about them, but I don't know, I like them. I only have this shade, but I like this one. Just pretty. Just gives your cheeks like a nice natural flush. And then next up for a cream highlight, I'm gonna use my Charlotte Tilbury Beauty Light Wand. I love this. I have the shade Spotlight and it is just beautiful. So we're going to take it, twist it open. This one I'm actually gonna just dot right on my face and blend it out with my beauty blender. That was a lot, but that's okay. We're just gonna be glowing today. Nothing wrong with that. Look how just wet looking and reflective that is. Oh, it's so pretty. These are not the cheapest highlights in the world, I will say that, but I personally 1,000,000% think that it is worth the money. Like, look how beautiful that is. I really, really love it. I don't know if there's really any other shades I would want to get besides the Spotlight one. I don't know if many of the other ones would work with my fair skin, but this one is my fave. Don't you love when you just push a hair right into your makeup? You're just like blending over a hair. It's great. Oh, yes. Chef's kiss. Love it. Okay, I had to cheat a little tiny baby bit because I have to set under my eyes. I have to. So I just used my little Hourglass powder to set under my eyes, and I did a little bit here, my nose, and then my chin because my T-zone gets oily and under my eyes gets so creasy if I do not set it. It gets creasy even when I set it, so I have to set it. Next for brows, we're gonna use the Ilia Essential Brow Gel. That counts as a cream, right? A gel? I figured it would be more cream-like than a pencil. And I really, really like this brow gel a lot. I've used it a couple times on my channel, and I just think it gives me a really natural, fluffy looking brow. I am fully aware that I need to plug my eyebrows, so please ignore that. I have not done that yet. Not real high on my priority list right now. Surviving my first week of online teaching is kind of high on my priority list right now. And then for mascara, we're gonna use the Pixi by Petra Large Lash Mascara. I tried this in a first impressions video I put up last week, and I really, really liked it. So I wanna just give it another go and try it again. I do think I really like this mascara a lot. I think it makes my lashes look really pretty and long. Not necessarily super full, but I don't know, I really, really enjoy it. I told you I would update you on how it washed off when I tried it in my last video, and it was a little hard to get off, more difficult than my other mascaras. I did have like the raccoon eyes under my eyes afterwards, but now that I know that this time taking it off, I'm just gonna use like extra precautions on taking it off. I almost forgot to highlight my inner corner and brow bone. That is not okay. We're just gonna take the little bit that's left on the little sponge guy and put that. I will say I don't like really using cream highlights for my inner corner and brow bone. I usually tend to reach for a powder highlight even if I used a cream highlight on my face. But since we're doing an all cream get ready with me right now, I will use this. Not a big deal. Yeah, that lifted a little bit of my concealer and foundation underneath, which it doesn't do that when I put it on my cheeks. I just did it on my inner corner, so I don't love that. For lips, I'm gonna use my Becca Ultimate Lip Love lipstick, I think, and this is in the shade Tulip. I just think it's a really pretty pinky shade that matches the blush. And I love wearing this like bright corally shade with a seafoam greeny type of shirt color. I think that it always looks really, really pretty together. Last up for setting spray, we're gonna use my Tarte Stay Spray. I'm still trying to use this baby up. And that was it, you guys. That was my get ready with me with a full face of cream products. Do you like the look that I made? Let me know down below in the comments. Also, let me know down below if you would want me to do this again. I have enough cream products in all of these categories to do another get ready with me like this with all new products. So let me know if that would be something that you would like to see. If you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much. You're awesome. I love you. Please subscribe if you have not yet, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye, guys.